You know, the only difference between Larry Bird and Nikki Glaser is Larry could actually pass his 33.
Like, you look like a black guy that got made by a printer running out of ink.
Ann Coulter, everybody. Nikki is what's known as a dirty comedian. And I don't mean her material. I mean she hasn't washed a pussy since Memorial Day.
Robert De Niro is here. Looking like Alf. I can't even believe I get to share this stage with you tonight, Robert De Niro. And by this stage, I mean the final one of your life. It's... I'm sorry. I don't feel right about any of this.
Nikki Glaser, you have it all. The name of a professional porn star and the body of an amateur porn star. You know, I'm a big supporter of the Me Too movement. But remember, Nikki, Me Too shouldn't just be what a guy says to his friend when he tells him he had sex with Nikki Glaser.
Noted. Martha Stewart, thank you for being here. Seriously, and congratulations on getting that Thai soccer team out of your vagina. And into your sweatshops. That's where they are now. Surprisingly, Martha said that prison food wasn't that bad, just, you know, as long as it was clean shaven, so. She loves attention to detail. Is she laughing? I'm terrified of her. No, honestly, Martha Stewart, I'm a huge fan. And my mom is an even bigger fan. My mom has learned everything from Martha Stewart about cooking and cleaning and withholding affection, so it's close to my heart.
We're all learning. It's all we can do. I didn't even know what a Nikki Glaser was before tonight, and I still don't. Were you the flight attendant I was rude to? I'm sorry if you were, but I don't regret finishing my game of Words with Friends on that flight. I sniped an incredible 92-pointer with Zymergy.
Alec Baldwin, what an honor to be here roasting Justin Bieber's wife's oldest, fattest uncle. It's like... I'll never forget that voicemail that when you called your daughter Ireland a thoughtless little pig. It's gotta be one of the worst things you can call your daughter. After Ireland, actually, that's... that name, yikes. Speaking of terrible names, your wife's name is Hilaria. Is it Hilaria? It's Hilaria?
Ilaria.
Ilaria? Oh, it's so stupid. Okay, it doesn't matter, she's so hot. Dude, she's so hot and fit. Does getting screamed at burn calories? You have 4 kids under the age of 6. How do you do it? I mean, isn't your semen just oatmeal at this point? Oh, Robert just got excited when I said oatmeal. He started salivating. Your night nurse is warming it up backstage. It'll be ready in the break. I'm such a fan of the Baldwins. I've never been so sure that 4 people have buried a hooker together. In all seriousness, I want to thank Alec. In his memoir, he bravely admitted that he had once considered suicide. And I just want to say that that meant a lot to me because I have also considered your suicide, and I have some ideas. I even know what I'm gonna wear.
Nikki Glaser is here, one of my favorites. On Nikki's Comedy Central show, Not Safe, she found out her father is hung like a horse. And we found out Nikki inherited her face from her dad's dick.
Jimmy A. Carr is what Ralph Macchio has to do to find a place to sleep every night.
Nikki Glaser. If you don't recognize Nikki, it's probably because you were drunk when you went home with her.
John Hayes! Keep it going for the reason Mike Pence says we have hurricanes. You look like the little man on top of a wedding cake that a bakery would refuse to make for you. Will and Grace was really the best you could do. It just... yeah.
Some people say Nikki Glaser is only here because she's good looking. Nothing could be further from the truth. If you haven't seen Nikki's show yet, you're me. Please welcome sexy adjacent Nikki Glaser.
David Spade, the host with the most step stools in your apartment. David, you've seriously influenced so many female comics' haircuts.
I ran into Nikki Glaser in the ladies' room. I saw her from behind with her slender body and blonde hair, and I thought, she must be a model. Then she turned around, and I thought, nope, she's a comic.
Sybil's gorgeous. I'm like honored to meet her, and her resume is insane. Like if you look at it, it's just like model, actor, singer, you name it, she's it.
I wish that wasn't true.
I don't know any of these people. Sybil, why am I here? Ugh. Literally, you have like no friends.
Larry Bird is here. I mean, Nikki Glaser is here.
That hurts, Blake. That hurts.
You know, the only difference between Larry Bird and Nikki Glaser is Larry could actually pass his 33.
Devastating.
I'm sorry, you were so nice earlier. I just, yeah. Nikki, look at you. You damaged little climber. You know, Nikki was the only girl kicked off Jeffrey Epstein's island for networking.
Just Jack is, it's also what I'm gonna do in my hotel room alone after sitting next to Blake Griffin all night. Jesus Christ. You're so hot. What the fuck? You're so hot. I'd fuck you in front of my grandparents. That's how I almost want to, you know? I feel like Mimi would be proud. Blake, you look like a black guy that got made by a printer running out of ink. That's... yeah.
Nikki Glaser. When she's not hosting her hit radio show, you can find her blowing around outside car dealerships during Toyotathon.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, everyone! He's so cute, so adorable. I bet you eat pussy, but only with the crust cut off first. Isn't that his look?
Nikki Glaser, I am a big fan. You and Vince Vaughn were great in Wedding Crashers. Sorry.
Bruce, yes. This is honestly a real, a big personal moment for me to be here roasting my dead cousin's second favorite action star. I know you obviously as the star of every DVD you kind of just find on the street. Obviously, you had an amazing action film career until Jason Statham started balding. I'm just not familiar with action movies. I don't know, I've never seen a single one of your films consensually. Like, it's always what some guy puts on while he's trying to finger me on his roommate's couch. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe I didn't understand The Fifth Element, and it wasn't because I'm a dumb girl, but because it's hard to follow that plot when you're fighting off a roofie and there's a knuckle inside you, you know? Just me? Oh, I loved The Sixth Sense, though. I loved, and the ending when the guy came in my eye and I didn't have to watch the rest of it, that was great. A lot of people don't know that Bruce is a very talented musician because he isn't. Bruce has also been very active with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is where they make sick kids meet you, so dying doesn't seem so terrible. So cool. Bruce, in all honesty, thank you for having me here. You're really cool. You're so hot, and this is a special night. You really are. It's a special night, obviously. Your families, your daughters must be so proud of their father, Ashton Kutcher.
I saw you on Dancing with the Stars, girl. You got 2 left hooves, don't you? Watching Nikki salsa dance was the worst thing a white person has done to Puerto Ricans since Trump threw paper towels at them.
Chris Redd is here because Comedy Central wasn't sure if Blake was black or not. You look great, Chris. You always dress like a 9-year-old who just found $1,000 on the sidewalk.
Actually, I'm not a comedian, which is why you can imagine I often get mistaken for Nikki Glaser. I mean, apparently female comics have to be dirty to expand their fan base. Thank God you didn't have to go there, Nikki. If you've ever asked yourself, who do I have to screw to get a TV show in Hollywood, Nikki has the actual list.
And without further ado, Ann Coulter. Oh, Ann. What's it like to be like a real-life supervillain? You know, like, I'd ask you how you sleep at night, but I'd assume just upside down in a robe of 101 Dalmatians. Ann Coulter has written 11 books, 12 if you count Mein Kampf. Yes. Ann's been called things like a racist, anti-Semitic, homophobic, a white supremacist, and that's just while getting plowed by Bill Maher. The only person you will ever make happy is the Mexican who digs your grave.
You might think with a name like Nikki Glaser that she's Jewish, but she's not. You can tell, actually, because Jews are funny. Nikki said on her own show that she enjoys anal sex. Her words. Hey, good for you. I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, you don't eat, so you might as well use that hole for something, huh?
That's so nice. Kevin Pollak is here. Such an amazing actor. I know Kevin as like one of the greatest impressionists of all time. I'm a huge fan. My favorite of his is he does an amazing Robin Williams. I just wish he would finish it. Yeah, okay, guys, listen, all I'm saying is that we've lost a lot of greats to suicide recently, and it's time we lose some okays.
Wax on, wax off! Nikki Glaser has no idea what I'm talking about right now because 1, she only watches porn, and 2, she's never waxed in her life. Hairy asshole! Big hairy asshole! Big hairy asshole! Big hairy asshole!
Rob Riggle, I want to thank you so much for fighting the war against terrorism and subtlety.